Here we have the current stock market analysis for MICROCLOUD Hologram Incorporated, stock ticker HOLO. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So with this video, I was actually going to do something a little bit different. I think in most of the prior videos, the comment sections tend to be sort of thinking that I'm just naturally negative on this stock. Maybe I have a short position on this stock or something like that. So I thought that I would actually, turn things around a little bit here and actually look at this stock from the positive perspective and to try to possibly identify some ways to actually be positive on this stock, just so that people can be aware of the fact that I don't have a necessary bias here. I don't actually care if share prices go up or down. I don't have a position in this stock either way. So currently, what we're looking at here is the 5-minute price chart, and as we can see, there has been some upward price action here during this most recent trading session. So if we just sort of look here more closely at these 5-minute candles, we can see that there has been some upward price movement, and we're actually starting to come right back into a resistance level, which can be seen just below 29 cents per share. So I would really probably call this 28.8 cents. Okay, and as we can see here, we have not yet broken through this level just yet. What we have seen so far has been a price high that comes in at right around 28.2 cents. So let's just mark that in on the price chart here. Okay, so just so we can understand, there is a difference here between these two share prices, but overall, you can make the argument that this structure is positive. We have seen some higher lows that have started to develop here. And then in addition to that, if you look at the indicator reading, there is some positive development that has occurred on this time frame. So, we have to remember that we are looking at the 5-minute time frame here. I mean, this is a very short-term, trading period that we're watching. But as we can see here, the overall trend momentum on this reading is mostly bearish. Is mostly bullish, is mostly positive. As we can see here, this is a trend line here that has been tested on at least 3 separate occasions. You could possibly even call this 4 separate occasions. And share prices have managed to bounce ever since this trend line has developed, and it has not been broken yet to the downside. Conversely, we can see a little bit of negative evidence that is showing here as well. However, this is shorter term in nature, and if we look at the slope on this downtrend here, we can see that this is fairly drastic. So I would expect this to be relatively easy to break to the top side. I really don't think that it would take much share price movement in the positive direction in order to force the relative strength index above this trend line. So currently there is some negative momentum that we're seeing here, but this could be quite easy to break to the top side. And I do think that if we did come into a new high above 28.8 cents, that would probably break this negative momentum trend that's showing on the 5-minute price chart. So of course we're not there yet, and we could start to see share prices reverse here. That is already starting to happen to some extent. So we can't exactly get excited just yet because we still have this negative reading here. So just to close out this video, we will look at a bit more of a longer term time frame here, just so that we can sort of get a sense of where this price movement really rests in the broader picture. And possibly it's better to just move out to the 15-minute price chart here. So as we can see, this is still relatively small as far as the this overall structure is concerned. And then even then, if we look at the longer term readings, we would then go back to that 76-cent price high that was seen previously. So, within the broader scheme of things, we really do need to see some upward price movements here. I would say that the main resistance zone does come in at 28.8 cents. If you do see a break above there, there is a fairly significant price gap that you could also refill to the top side. So this would possibly give you some additional share price momentum that could possibly take you to 34.1 cents. I'll mark that on the chart here. Overall, this is something that could create some positive momentum if we were to see share prices move into that area. But you have to remember this is such a small stock and such a really insignificant stock in the broader market scheme of things that it's possible that these orders have already been closed. So if that is the case, then you wouldn't necessarily see share prices fill this price gap. The main question at this point is whether or not the orders that were parked there are still there. Have they been closed manually, or have they been closed automatically? This price gap did start to form during the October 3rd trading session. So this would have been 4 days ago. So, it's quite possible that many of these orders are still there because you haven't seen a full week pass just yet. And that would be sort of the first indication of some automatic closings. If you see a full week go by, then it's possible that you would see, some of those orders would start to be closed. Overall, the real issue here is going to be that resistance zone at 46.9 cents. You still have a long way to go before you get there. As long as this support zone at roughly 23.5 cents remains intact, I think that you could possibly have a modestly bullish bias here. But you are running right into resistance at the moment. So, the possibility for extended upside here does remain questionable. So just finally, we will just quickly to close the video. We'll look at the hourly price chart just to see kind of where all of this rests in the broader scheme of things. We do need to keep in mind that this has had a significant price movement lower here, and we really have not recovered most of those losses. We did see this brief spike into 46.9 cents, but as we can see here, it didn't even last a full hour of trading. So, it did reverse quite quickly, and it did sort of solidify this 50% Fibonacci retracement zone as a key area of resistance going forward. So, it's not impossible to overcome that 46.9 cent level, but I do expect this to be sort of a near-term top. I don't really expect to see share prices move above there again, just as they didn't move above that 76-cent level previously. So I do think that this trend of, continued downside will just continue to be the case. And for anybody that is in this position above 46.9 cents, I really don't think that you're going to be able to close this trade with any gains. I think that share prices will continue to move lower. So here's the current market update for MICROCLOUD Hologram, stock ticker HOLO. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.